Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews here. So I just got out of seeing Fahrenheit 11/9, which I guess is a play off his other film, Fahrenheit 9/11. And here's the thing folks, I'm not the biggest fan of Michael Moore. I can say without a doubt his best film is Bowling for Columbine, which is a fascinating, thoroughly engrossing look at gun culture. Every other film that he's done, other than that, I just haven't liked, or I think he injects himself too much into his own films. Unlike Morgan Spurlock, which basically tries to tell you, okay, here's a journey we're taking you on. This film, I can say to myself, this is probably his best film since Bowling for Columbine. I wish I could say that with a higher compliment. At times, it's trying to do too much. But I think, yes, Michael Moore is trying to sound the alarm that, oh, look, democracy is at stake. It's entirely successful of that. No. Hey, look, the news media got it wrong. You know, there you go. The news media got the prediction wrong that Hillary Clinton would win. The voiceover for this film is the exact same one in Fahrenheit 9/11 when it comes to Gore versus Bush. Of course, he devotes some time here to Governor Rick Snyder and the Flint water crisis and how Michigan elected a businessman. This was sort of a prototype for Trump to take over as president, and how basically Snyder has now been reviled for probably the lowest approval rating in Michigan governor history, I guess, and how he wanted to introduce a pipeline to Flint that was not the one that was from like Huron. Of course, that new pipeline would have to, for a while, to connect to the Flint River, which is quite frankly the nastiest river in Michigan. Lead poisoning. He talks to one person who leaked the test results. The rates were lower than they actually were. President Trump is on the phone at one point saying, oh yeah, I had dinner with Michael Moore at one point. He's a very nice guy. That Michael Moore said that didn't happen. Of course, at one point early on in the film, they show him with Trump on Roseanne Barr's talk show. Yes, the Roseanne Barr that isn't a full-on racist. And, you know, he says, yes, I felt bad for Roger because Michael Moore did that film on Roger and me, and I hope he never had to do a film about him. Look what we're doing now here, folks, a film about Donald Trump. Clearly, now he does devote some time to, hey, look, Democratic Party sort of rigged the system for Hillary Clinton to win. Bernie Sanders should have been the nominee, or how one state sort of rigged the way that it was supposed to be done. You know, was Bernie Sanders everyone's choice for candidate? No, clearly people clearly want Hillary Clinton, although there was a sizable chunk in this country that clearly thought Bernie Sanders was the man. This country in which we try to actively suppress people or discourage them from voting at all. And I think selective edit from Michael Moore's part said at least 5-6 million people voted third party in this election. They voted, as I did, for Gary Johnson, or they voted for Jill Stein, or for Evan Mullen. Or heck, even 5,000 people voted for the Prohibition Party in 2 states. Then we also get to the rise of some of these progressive candidates that are coming into office, like Ocasio-Cortez. And this is what the Democrats are like now, because they try to attack their own, because quite frankly they don't like the ideas that are coming out of their mouths, because Bernie Sanders has infected the grassroots organization with them. Here's the one thing that I just think is totally wrong with this film. I think this film is over 2 hours long. And I just found myself thinking, can we get to the point here? I don't really agree with the point of Moore and other people are trying to make it that, oh yes, that Donald Trump is Hitler. No, I disagree that I'm a history major, so I can actively tell you that the Weimar Republic was a basket case for the majority of its time in existence, because quite frankly, there are a whole bunch of parties that had no interest other than themselves, and that's why Hitler came into power. Now, hey, look, Hitler was a liar himself, so quite frankly, he could easily say, hey, I'm not going to do any of this stuff, and clearly the newspapers follow that. I'm the firm believer that I believe we are going to be okay as a nation. I'm not Michael Moore, I'm not Bill Maher, although I do like what sometimes Bill Maher has to say, that we are at the end of democracy. I mean, he interviews one person here who was the prosecutor of the Nuremberg trials. I think he's like 99 years old. Sort of explains to him how he was interviewing this one person about how he could go along with this. And, you know, it's a chilling explanation of how one Nazi could commit atrocities. And again, oh look, you know, Michael Moore has dialogue of Trump with Hitler's image. good for him. If he wants to do that, that's fine. Some parts I don't really like is him trying to inject himself into certain things. Like there's like this one stunt where he does with them, try to go to the Michigan governor's house and pour water over it. That really doesn't work. One funny moment in here was when some Florida legislators are trying to explain how the process works. See, that whole scene right there has to be seen to be believed, actually. He also goes to West Virginia and the teacher's crisis there. I truly believe this film tries to do way too much. That's just how it is. Now, are the Democrats much better? No, I don't, who knows? Again, this film also doesn't explain that. Oh, yes, it's gerrymandering, folks. Basically, that's how the Republicans have been able to maintain the power they have, is through gerrymandering. That's also one thing he doesn't explain. So in the end, folks, Fahrenheit 11/9, I mean, this is Moore's best film since Bowling for Columbine. And I'm giving this a matinee rating because, quite frankly, anyone who's interested in seeing this should see this. Do I think anything will change if the Democrats get the House or Senate? I don't really think they will. Can you name me a Democrat that, quite frankly, can beat Trump? Name me any Democrat that can beat Trump, So, Fahrenheit 11/9, have you seen this? What did you think? What is Michael Moore's best film? So, folks, like, comment, and subscribe. Enrich yourself with knowledge. Put everything in the comment box below, folks. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes,